All right, welcome to the World Sports Podcast. As you already know, we got the gang per usual. We took a break for a little while, so we just want to ask that y'all tell everybody that y'all know to help us and subscribe to our channel, listen to us on audio, wherever that may be. So just to start it off, we're gonna go ahead and do the right thing and acknowledge, Damar Hamlin's injury that occurred on Monday Night Football this past Monday, and we just want to say that we're glad that he's doing well, and that we hope that his recovery is a good one, and just speaking on it on my behalf, like seeing that Monday night was kind of scary because it's like something that we never seen happen on national television before. And for me, I kind of think that it was a wake up call, and it was good to see how everybody in the world came together to support him, when he was going through this tough time. And now that to see that he's coming back and he's able to see all the love that was given to him, and I think that was a good thing. And I think I feel like it kind of that's what the world needs. The world needs to see all the love and be able to see how to come together, to support a cause. So I'm just happy it worked out that way for him and everybody that was involved in the situation. I also want to say on my last point, I just want to give credit to the Bills training staff for handling the situation the way that they did and being able to get him the proper care that he needed because that was a big deal in him being able to recover as fast as he did. So um, I just want to give a shout out to them. But y'all boys got anything y'all want to say on the situation?
I just want to say, just glad that everything turned out to be okay with him. Hope for a speedy recovery, and just want to see him get back to the player he was, because it was just a freak accident. It was just around him. Play a regular tackle that he's just so accustomed to making, and it's just happened like out of nowhere. So I'm glad to see him back on his feet and doing well. I do think that this was something that just showed that it's bigger than sports itself and just brought everybody together. So it was a great thing for the world to see and just come together and just realize that these players are human just like us. So I think it was a great sight to see for the whole world. So
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what y'all saying. I think that, just based off how the injury played out, it's on live television, prime time Monday night, it's a big game, everybody's watching. And then just to see how in the blink of an eye, like it could turn extra serious where it's like somebody's life is on the line. And to think that, he was just playing a sport that he loves, he probably wasn't even thinking nothing like that could happen. And then just for this to happen how it did, it was extremely unfortunate. But the fact that, it did bring everyone together, I agree with y'all on that. Like I feel like, we've seen a bunch of unity that we haven't seen in the NFL in a long time. So I think that, with the good comes the bad. And I'm also happy. I mean, with the bad comes with the good. And I'm also happy that he's recovering at a fast pace. And, he was cheering on his team who, they did what they needed to do. And, I was happy for him.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's just like, bro, like you said, like he never in a million years he thought making a routine tackle that he would have been on the ground basically lifeless for like 9 minutes while they're doing CPR on him. He never thought that would have happened. And that just goes to show you like how the power of prayer, bro, like it brought everybody together. It brought everybody together to pray for him and donate to his foundation and stuff. And ultimately now he's doing good. So it just shows you how, as a people, instead of always tearing each other down, we can help each other and lift each other up a lot more, like we just did with him. So I think that was a good wake up call for the world, in a sense. Moving on, Aaron Rodgers, he was winning in. He was winning in against the Detroit Lions this Sunday night. But they ultimately lost in a 20-16 game against the Lions. After the game, the cameras and the mics caught an interaction between him and Lions rookie Jameson Williams, where Jameson Williams asked him for his jersey, and he ultimately said, "Nah, I gotta hold on to this one." So now everybody's gonna start speculating about what he will do. So do y'all guys think that Aaron Rodgers will retire, or will he find his way on to another team, or ultimately stay with Green Bay? What y'all think?
I definitely think he out of Green Bay for sure, because they let go of one of his top receivers in the offseason. Well, they let go, but they ain't do enough to persuade him to stay, in my opinion. And if I just don't think it's gonna be repaired for him to stay at Green Bay if he decides not to retire, which I hope he don't, because I think he still has a lot left in the tank, and the league not ready to see him go. I mean, Tom Brady's still in the league, so why Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be, And I definitely want to see him leave. He's a great top quarterback, and I still want to see him sling the beautiful football that he does. It's beautiful, beautiful to watch, man. So I hope he don't retire, but if he does, it's been a great career for him, and he's gonna always go down as one of the greats.
I feel like, all of this is just for publicity. I don't think he's gonna leave at all. I think he just very, he's a toxic type of player. When things don't go his way, it's always something like, oh, I might leave, or this might be it. When he wasn't really happy about them drafting Jordan Love, and then ever since then it's always been something every offseason. Like, last year it was like, oh, he might leave. He was unhappy. And then, he got his money. He was happy about that. Then, now it's like, oh, I might retire. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of the downfall that this team has had has been on his shoulders. So, like, I feel like he can't really be mad at the organization at the end of the day. If he wants to retire, that's on him. But let it be known that you're retiring because you're not producing how you need to produce. Like, I don't think it's totally on the organization. Obviously, they're not surrounding him with a bunch of pieces, but I don't think that his retirement should be based on what the organization is doing. I think it's just because he's not producing how he usually does.
Yeah, but and I kind of agree with some of the statements you made there. I just start from the bottom up. I'm start with when you said like his production is down, and yeah, his production is down, but we do have to attribute some of that to Devontae Adams being gone and then in Las Vegas because that was his go-to guy. He knew where to put the ball for Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams knew where he was gonna put the ball. So like he don't really have that connection with these young receivers, and like towards the end of the season, we were starting to see that with Christian Watson, like because Christian Watson was starting to come into his own. So I think that he'll in the future that'll be a good target for him. So and that's gonna lead to me saying that I don't really think that he's gonna leave because he's starting to build this rapport with these young receivers. Christian Watson and him is gonna be the next good connection for that team. But I also think you gotta think about it. He just signed a extension. You think he about to walk away from 50 M's, bro? 50 M's, bro. You think he about to walk away from 50 M's? So I don't really think he's gonna retire, and I don't really think he's gonna be on another team just because he signed the extension. So he's gonna have to make it work with these young receivers. But I don't think he's gonna walk away from 50 M's, bro. If he do, he a fool. Cause I know I wouldn't walk away from 50 M's. So
I don't think it's about money no more with him, bro. Cause like
yeah, and he said that. He said it's not about the money no more, but like at the same time, bro. At the end of the day, it all gonna boil down to he could say that then, but it's all gonna boil down to that's $50 million he leaving on the table, bro. So I mean, I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna retire though. He's gonna be back in Green Bay. And then another thing I also wanted to say, I also agree with you, Braxton. You said like ever since they drafted Jordan Love, it's always been something with him, and like it's starting to look like he's always wanted that spotlight on him. So like you said, I'm not too worried about it because we've seen this before last season. So like I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think Devontae might come back if anything, because Derek Carr, he just got pushed out the starting job. So I
But
think he willing to go back. If he's
Did Devontae sign an extension with Las Vegas this past season?
I don't
This,
know.
this summer? I don't know either. Yeah, I think he did. He did. Cause I remember watching the Pivot podcast and they was talking about how he got paid so much money. So I don't know. It's gonna be hard for him to get his way back in the Green Bay, considering he just signed that extension. And that's another sad situation between him and Derek Carr, because it's like
He came up.
you got to play with that man, and now he about to be gone after 1 year. Like, I'd be heated, but I guess we could talk about that another day. Another day. Next we're gonna move on to JJ Watt. You know, legendary JJ Watt, Houston Texan, man. Y'all boy retiring. I ain't even gonna say nothing on this. I'm gonna give y'all the floor and let y'all express y'all thoughts.
Bro, you can go first, man.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, you know, seeing him walk off the field that last time, I kind of got emotional a little bit. I didn't expect to get emotional at all because, you know, I mean, I was kind of prepared for this moment. You know, I know he's getting up there in age, and I know that, you know, as players get older, you know, this type of thing is a reality, you know. But I will say that watching him play, you know, I had a front seat, you know, looking at him play, you know, playing for my Texans and just seeing that, you know, he really is a game breaker, one of the best defensive players we ever have seen. And it's gonna be sad to see, you know, that another NFL season start and he not, you know, be on the field or be looking to play. Uh, I think, you know, his impact on not only football, but, you know, the people who watch the sport as far as like what he does off the field, you know, when Hurricane Harvey came and hit Houston, you know, he was there, you know, donating him and a lot of the other players. And it's just like, you know, he's not only like a good player, but is a good person as well. So you always want the best for those type of people. And, you know, considering, you know, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries lately, you know, I think it is time to go ahead, you know, hang him up and, you know, walk out on top in a sense, and rather than, you know, playing on longer.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. But it was definitely a sad thing for me personally to watch because, you know, being a former Houston Texas fan for so long, you know, JJ was one of them key pieces that, you know, that just got you riled up for game day and got me excited to, you know, go to the Texans game and, you know, the practices and everything with the off season, just, you know, meeting him, seeing the kind of person he is, a genuine person, the energy he brings every day to practice. The leadership, how he picks his teammates up, and then, you know, when it's game time, the way he impacts the game and performs out there, you know, getting all the interceptions, when they move him around offense, you know, catching touchdowns, swatting passes, all the interceptions. It's just no player will ever be like JJ, man, not for a franchise at least. He's just a great talent, a great man, exceptional talent. It's really like emotional for me as well, you know, because he is one of my favorite players growing up, and I don't think I'm gonna have like another attachment, you know, like him and the Hopkins and Andre Johnson and Aaron Foster, just from that team alone, man. I got so many special players and relationships and connections with them. So it's definitely tough, but you know, he had a hell of a career. Definitely gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame. Um, Generational, man, inspirational. He's done more outside of, you know, football, like Bryce said with the Hurricane Harvey, donating 100 mil of his own money. Like he didn't have to do that, but he did. You know, just it just shows you that he cares about, you know, his community, his city, and he wasn't born there, he wasn't a resident. He just came, you know, and did it out of kindness of his heart, you know, and he didn't have to. So I always appreciate him for that. So I just want to give him his flowers, man, and say thank you, JJ, for everything, man. Love you.
Yeah, yeah, legendary career, bro. Legendary career. So I just salute him on that and wish him the best. Give me some matchups that y'all looking out for this week.
I like the Bills versus Miami. Only if Tua come back healthy. If Tua plays, and I think it can be a real shootout because of the offenses. They're top offensive league, and then, you know, got the speed demons over there, and it's gonna be hard for them to defend them the whole game. But I do think the Bills will come out victorious at the end because of Josh Allen just doing, you know, his ditty and I think he's definitely top quarterback in the league, in my opinion, and he gonna overcome everything. As well as them having the better defense, in my opinion. And defense win championships, but you got to put up points as well. So that's why I say it's gonna be a big shootout because they have some of the best offense in the league. So I think that'll be one of the best matchups for me, in my opinion.
For me, I think the game that I'm most looking forward to, is Tampa Bay versus the Cowboys. I think it's just gonna be so many eyes on that game. Like, you got the best quarterback of all time, and then you got the craziest fan base of all time, and it's just gonna be a big sporting event. It's gonna be so many people looking at it. I do think Cowboys, they had a real bad loss this past weekend, so I'm really interested to see how they're gonna come back from that. And then I also am interested to see how Tom Brady is gonna perform, in playoff football, his favorite time of the year. So that's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
I ain't gonna lie. I got many Cowboy fans in my family, so that's the reason why I'm looking forward to this game. Another reason why, like you said, Dallas ain't been playing real good as of late. Tampa Bay ain't really been playing that good as of late. But we know the type of player Tom Brady is when it's playoff time. We also know that Dallas needs to get a win because they just haven't been performing the way that they should perform. And then I also want to see what kind of game it's going to be because these teams played week one in the other season, and Tampa Bay beat them 19-3. So it's going to be interesting to see what different things we see. Now it's playoffs. You got to go all out. You got to give your best effort. You got to call the best plays because you're in a one and done situation if you lose. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to watch that game. I think that might be one of the most watched NFL games that we have in a while, honestly. Just because of the brands and who's playing, and the Cowboys, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
And to consider how the Cowboys lost last year, it was a crazy way that they lost to the last seconds. So I think, any Cowboys playoff game, it's just gonna be action packed for sure.
Hey Shark, tuck me in.
Welcome back from the break. It's time to talk some NBA, some National Basketball Association, man. First off, we just want to get it out the way. The hot topic, the Brooklyn Nets. They finally, reaching their stride a little bit, but they just lost KD to an MCL sprain. So I just want to know how will this affect y'all season? I mean, I said y'all season. How will this affect their season? And will Kyrie be able to step up and take leadership of the team while KD's out?
Well, me personally, y'all, I don't know if y'all know or not, but KD's my favorite player at this current moment right now. And it's just very sad times for me. I feel like this team was really catching their stride. My Rockets, we ain't had much to talk about. So, I've been really paying attention to, my other team up north. And, it's really disheartening, just to think, this team has been getting so much ridicule, ridicule after ridicule, always dysfunction and always this and always that. They got this new coach in here. Everything was going well. Everything was going smooth. You were seeing the beautiful clips of KD being like, oh, let Kyrie get the shot. And then he make the shot, It was just like everything was going so perfect. And that's like life. When everything's going good, something bad always happens. And this is what happened. So I'm glad that it's not as bad as it looked at first. But I will say this is horrible timing because they were just catching their stride. Now, what I will say is they did finish that game and win it, I believe. And then Kyrie has been playing in a way that, it's like he's like playing like he's got a newfound love for the game. Like, I just feel like he's got that fire under him that he had back when he was in Cleveland. And I'm happy to see it. So I think that it'll be fine.
You pushing it out, talking about when he was in Cleveland. In Cleveland, he got some rings. Good old Bron. Hey, Sad to see KD go down, man. There's finally they stride, finally, and looking good and looking like a real contender. Now as for Kyrie, I think Kyrie gonna continue to play great, but it's not gonna end in wins, in my opinion. Kyrie's always been like a great offensive player, but I don't think he has like what it takes to, I don't know, find like this. He can't win games. Basically, he can't. He go out there put up great games, but he just can't get everybody else involved and finish the games in a way. So I don't think that it's gonna result in the wins, and they gonna have he gonna have great games personally, but it's not. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna be winning, and they're gonna go back down in the standings after they fought their way back and got to number 2 right now. So I think it'll be a little tough until KD get back, man. So, but if Ben Simmons find a way to step up his game and start shooting the ball more, and you got other players that step up, I think they can steal a few games, and we'll never know what happens in the NBA. But me personally, I don't see it happening, but I do see Kyrie, upping his performances even more.
Personally, I say I think that I think they'll be all right. I do think they're gonna lose games, but they're gonna be able to win some too. Just off of Kyrie's talent alone, like they're gonna be able to win some. And Jack Vaughn got them playing good team ball, especially on the defensive end. They've been real good defensively. So I mean, they're gonna win some games. They ain't gonna win probably as many as they would if KD was in the lineup, but they're gonna win some games with him out. And I think Kyrie, I think he's going to be able to step up in that leadership role just because, now we see from him is all about basketball. We haven't really seen no shenanigans. So, like, I feel like he's taking basketball more seriously, and he's going to be able to lead these guys. Maybe not in a way that KD will be able to get it done, but he's going to show some leadership qualities while KD's out for sure and help him win some games. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Moving on though, Luka Doncic, Timothy. Should Luka Doncic be in MVP consideration right now? Should he?
He is.
Should he though? Should he? That I know he is, but should he? His team team fourth in the West. His team fourth in the West, bro.
That's top 5.
You're the most valuable player, bro. You supposed to give it to the player that got their team winning. Jokic has been balling just as much as Luka Doncic.
All right, now we're not doing this today.
Come on now.
No, we're not doing this today, bro.
What you think, Brax? Brax, what you think? Should Luka be in MVP consideration?
I think yes, just based off the way that he's been winning games and the swagger that he's been going about it. He been just performing, game after game, 50-point games and, triple doubles. And it's like he can't be stopped right now. I think, his team is fourth in the West, but I think that's only going to improve as time moves on. They winning. So I don't think it'll get any worse. But, we've seen MVP players be lower than this in the standings as well and get MVP consideration. So
yeah.
I think he's MVP right now.
He's the MVP because he has been putting up some crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. But at the same time, and like you said, we've seen players, lower seeds win MVPs, for example, like Russell Westbrook. But at the time Russell Westbrook won the MVP, he was also averaging the triple-double too. So, I mean, yeah, Luka doing some things. He's scoring the ball, and he getting his triple-doubles too. But I don't know. It's just hard because Jokic's been getting triple-doubles too. And his team number one. His team number one, bro.
Please stop.
Number one, bro. His team number one.
They're number one by one or two games, bro. One or two games.
Number one, bro.
1 or 2 games. All right. We can do this.
Number one, bro.
All right, it's my turn.
Hey, he number one. That's all I gotta say on that, though. But
let me talk.
I ain't gonna lie. If Luka win it, I wouldn't be mad. I mean,
he go win it. He go win it. No debate.
I don't know about that.
Listen. you know, you trying to push my buttons right now. Jokic is like my Cooper Cup.
Bro, Jokic, he ball though, bro. He ball. He get triple double.
He ball, but bro, it's nothing spectacular, bro.
This man had 40, 27. He don't do that's the thing, bro. You looking at spectacular, bro.
It's
this man
boring.
is a
Cooper
businessman. He
Cup
go in
boring.
there. It don't matter, bro. The numbers, he still put up numbers, bro. Whether it's boring or not, you can't deny the numbers, bro.
LeBron
you looking at the visual
aspects
of it. You looking at the visual aspects of it. But yeah, he putting up the numbers though, bro. This man had 40 and 27 rebounds. Like, come on, bro.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Come on, bro. This man almost had 30. This man almost had a 30-piece wing dinner with rebounds, bro.
Listen, bro. Dang,
He almost had a 30-piece wing dinner with rebounds.
Listen, bro. Listen. You take Luka off the Dallas Mavericks, and you take Joker off the back Dallas the Nuggets. Who will be better?
The Nuggets.
Exactly. The Nuggets will be better.
Just because Dallas ain't got nobody, bro.
Exactly. So who was the MVP, John?
No, that's not how that works, bro. You
the most valuable player.
No,
you take
bro.
the most valuable player on the team, and where the team be.
It's not Jokic's fault that Luka ain't got nobody on his team, bro. It's not his fault.
Well, based on how we've been like in the past ranking the MVP player, we all know it's named most valuable, but they don't really base it off most valuable. They base it off best player on the best team most times. And in this situation, I do see where John is coming from, saying that Jokic, he's got them sitting at the top right now, and he's been performing well. But I will say, it's just something about when like a player is just that guy right now. Like he's just taking over the game. And I'm speaking of Luka right now. Like he's just taking it over.
Not Jokic.
It's in a way that it's just like you can't deny it. Like it remind me kind of, and I might get killed for it, but it remind me kind of when Steph had his unanimous MVP. Like it was just night after night, it was something crazy going on, and that's how I feel about Luka right now. Like it's just a bunch of every night you look up, you see like some crazy stat, and you're like, bro, this can't be real. So it's just that's how I feel. He's MVP.
We starting to put Jokic in that LeBron category. We starting to put Jokic in that LeBron category. I see.
All right, now you're doing too much.
I see. I'm not talking about like as far as the
bro.
MVP. I'm talking about as far as the MVP, bro. Like we all know, it was a stretch of time where LeBron should have won MVP for probably about 8 straight years, though, bro. But he putting up numbers, and people are starting to talk about it's boring, bro. Like you just sat up here and said that his numbers.
No, I ain't saying the numbers.
That's the same thing.
Jokic is boring.
Okay, but he's still putting up numbers though, bro. And that's the same thing like people were saying about LeBron. Well, LeBron not getting the MVP because he's doing this year after year after year. And we're starting to see that from Jokic. And all I'm saying is people starting to take for granted what Jokic do for the game because his game is boring, bro. But at the end of the night, at the end of the day, he's still putting up MVP type numbers.
No, he's not.
Man, I'm done.
Joel Embiid has been a conversation.
Next.
No, bro. I'm gonna talk, bro. That's because Joel Embiid has been a conversation. He consistent. He put up numbers. He put up crazy numbers. Jason Tatum is consistent. He put up crazy numbers. In that case, LeBron should be in the talk every year. They got tired of giving LeBron the trophy, so we definitely you can't compare LeBron to a Jokic. Come on,
I'm not comparing. Oh my God, bro. You can't talk to this dude, bro. You can't talk to this dude, bro.
Come on, man. Talking about some Jokers.
Right, you know what I'm.
He should have got last year. He should have got MVP last year. Joel should have got MVP last year. Joel was wrong. Jokic did not deserve it.
You know what I mean.
Who got better? Who had a better season? Better in the playoffs. All that. Jokic is nothing compared to Embiid. Embiid the best in the league, bro. I'm sorry. Jokic and Cooper Cup in the same category. They overrated, bro.
25, 10, and 10, bro. And that's not MVP numbers, bro.
No, it's not. No.
Out of here. So when Russ was out here averaging a triple double, that was MVP numbers for him. But Jokic over here averaging triple double, and that ain't MVP numbers.
Russ did it with nobody on his team.
Man, come on, man.
He's not consistent every night. He can have an off night. He can have an off night and still go win, bro.
You can't get mad.
Luka cannot have an off night, bro.
bro,
Luka Doncic cannot have a bad night and never win. He cannot, bro.
You can't get mad at that man for the people he got on his team.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying the difference,
got
bro.
on
It's
his
a
team,
difference,
bro. No, bro, it's no different, bro.
It's a
It's the
big
same
difference,
number.
bro.
It's the same number,
difference.
but it's a big difference.
It's
Right.
not the same number, bro. No.
All right, bro. All right. Moving on.
Yeah, Luka Doncic MVP. Moving on. Next topic.
Moving on.
Jokic, Cooper Cup, out of there.
Ja and the Grizzlies have kind of put a target on their back. When Ja came out and said he ain't worrying about nobody in the West. That's what he said. So what y'all think? Do y'all think the Grizzlies are all tough, or will they eventually back it up come postseason?
I think they can beat the Denver Nuggets. For sure.
I watched that game. I watched what Jokic did to Ja and them, but no, they cannot beat the Denver Nuggets right now, boy.
7-game series. I'm not taking Jokers. I'm taking
Jokic. I'm taking Jokic, man.
Ja over Jokic.
I put my money on Jokic.
Over Jokic. I like that. All right, Bryce. I'm put on T-shirt. Ja over Jokic. Then he go dunk on. He go on Jokic.
No.
I like that.
Right. Is the Grizzlies all talk, bro?
I don't think they're all talk, but I do think they need to stop talking, because if they keep talking, they're gonna keep getting beat, and then people just gonna keep getting up to play them, and it's gonna look bad because clip after clip, it's always something they saying, oh, they fine in the West, or they don't have no competition and all that, and they come out, they haven't won anything. Like Klay Thompson is mainly known for putting them on blast, saying they ain't won, and they keep talking. So until you win something, don't say nothing. Put your head down, go to work, and then say something after that. But until then, just be quiet and do what you need to do.
That's not them though. They can't be quiet. Ja can't be quiet. They young, bro. They cocky. They got a little winning from last year, and now they think they all that, in the back tilt, but they're not. Now I agree with you on that, but they young and they dumb in a way. So they don't care. They reckless, bro. They go talk and do whatever they do. And they be on Twitter talking every night. They don't care, bro. And that's the thing with they young, bro. Like they don't got the wisdom and the knowledge yet. So they're gonna keep having to bump their head till they learn. And it's either gonna take it the hard way or the easy way. And I think they chose the hard way. And they got all talking about back. And I think that's what they want in the end, because they want all the attention. Especially with Ja. And I think Ja needs that to kind of like psych himself up and get ready for the games every night, so he can go out there and have great performances, and beat teams like Denver Nuggets and Jokers. Yeah.
Hold on one second. I do agree with you on that. I think that it's more so Ja doing that to fuel himself than anything. I feel like he do say stuff like that to kind of get the team going, because they believe whatever he believes in my opinion.
Right.
So moving out of NBA, we got one last topic before we hit the black spotlight. Javante Tank Davis got it done in the ring this past Saturday. Next up is Ryan Garcia, man. Who y'all think gonna get it done? I'm gonna say this right now. Okay. I'm rolling with Tank. I'm rolling with Tank.
Hey, they call me Tank for a reason, man. So I gotta go my boy Tank. Gotta go with Tank. Right, go ahead and say the right answer. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Tank too, but I feel like it's gonna be a good fight. I think that people, undermining Garcia's talent, I think that's not the way to go about it, because he definitely does have talent. He's talented. But I think it's just gonna be one of those, it's been a minute since I feel like boxing had one of those fights that I feel like it's just like everybody just glued to the TV. I feel like this will be another one of them ones, personally.
I say Tank with the knockout round 10, man.
I think 10 kind of long. I say 6, 7.
I think it goes to decision, honestly.
He just went 9 with dude this past Saturday. He just went 9.
He was playing around, then they fight in the stands. Come on, bro. You're not focused. Right. He had to regain his focus.
7 or 8. I give him that.
That's fair. Brad, you say the distance? No.
Yeah, I think on this Tank uppercut too powerful, bro. All you gotta do is catch him one over.
One time, night. Yeah. The ref finna be
Ryan. I ain't gonna lie. Ryan Garcia might outbox him, but all Tank gotta do is catch him one time, son. It's over.
That's what I'm saying. If it goes to decision, I don't know who wins it, honestly, because I know one thing about Tank, like he allows himself to get hit a couple times. Like he don't his defense ain't 100% there. He kind of like a counter puncher. So I feel like, if it go decision, I don't know who win in that case.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
All right. Now, as you all know, it's time to do our favorite segment of the show, the Black Spotlight. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. I'm gonna just give my spotlight to Denzel Washington. The reason why is because recently it was his birthday. I think he turned 67. So happy belated birthday to him. And I just want to shout him out for the amazing actor he is, bro. Like he's an amazing actor. And I just watched Fences not too long ago, and just the part that he played in that movie was crazy. So I just want to give him his spotlight and give him his flowers today on today's show.
Today for my Black Spotlight, I chose the great Andre Johnson, the former Houston wide receiver. He's been inducted. He's one of the candidates for the Hall of Fame. Andre did a lot for the Houston community, man. Not only was he a great wide receiver, but he was a great human being, great Houstonian to us, man. And I feel like he's a part of my family because, I feel like I was a part of him with the Texans. So I want to give him his flowers. One of the best to ever do it. Bean topped a lot of people. Had a couple scraps with a couple people. Mr. Finnegan. But want to allow Mr. Johnson to get his flowers and appreciate him for everything he did for the Houston Texans, man. Much love.
My Black Spotlight for today is Young Thug. He's currently in jail right now, facing, I don't even know, but I don't really want to focus on that right now. I want to focus on his impact on the music industry. He came into the game at a time where, it was a real transition phase between like a bunch of different styles of rap. And I feel like he kind of went into all different lanes. And, now, you hear a lot more rappers that are more versatile. They're not afraid to get on some, country music. He even had a whole country album almost. So it's kind of like, he's one of a generational talent, and his music always resonated with me, just, listening to him since I was a young kid, and I hope that, with everything going on, I hope that we don't lose touch of his impact on music. So Young Thug is my Black Spotlight.
Yeah. And before we go, I just want to add to my Black Spotlight. I thought about it in the midst of us saying it. I just want to spotlight Reggie Bush as well. He was recently inducted. Well, he's going to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. And if you know what Reggie Bush went through, with the violations and his Heisman being taken away, this is big for him. So I just want to say congratulations to him for making it into the College Football Hall of Fame, and also for the impact that he helped us while he was with the Saints. So thank you, Reggie, and congratulations. So I think this is all that we got for this show. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to say, man?
Keep on watching us, man. We're trying to really grow the podcast this year, man. We thank y'all for being with us, supporting us, man. Happy New Year. Great things all 2023.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing. Happy New Year to all y'all, and appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff that we're gonna keep giving y'all this year, man. We got a lot of ideas and stuff that we want to bring to y'all. So just stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Happy New Year, and just continue to comment, like, and subscribe because they mean the most to us. So y'all keep doing that, and peace out. Thank y'all.
Hey, Shark, tuck me in.